The Sunflower State, the site of our class today, and it is poetic that today's game carries that moniker as the matchup between these two schools is better known as the Sunflower Showdown. Glad to have you with us in Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas, home to the Jayhawks. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. From the wideout. On the run, it's Hayes. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for a second about Kansas. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Knight. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes his shot. Complete to the right. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Jayhawks want to crank the tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Hoffman. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The 11th play of this opening drive. They face a 3rd and short. Back to throw. It's Knight. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught, it's Hardy. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Let's take a wide view for a second of Kansas State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
From the gun, running back gets to give. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Wildcats want to pick up the tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Kansas and K-State have been battling for well over a century, many times sort of on the fringes of the spotlight, if not completely out of it in college football. But, man, when they grab center stage, you realize just how intense it is.
It's intense. It's a fun rivalry. But here's the thing. Kansas State has really dominated this rivalry. And the Jayhawks, they got to fix that. They got to get that rectified, Palmer, because the Wildcats, year after year, they're continuing to find ways to win this matchup.
And these are two great fan bases for years. And we've loved our time whenever we visit Lawrence or you visit Manhattan. The nicest fans, but they're passionate fans as well, especially when they meet up in this rivalry game.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
They'll run the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Here's a heat. Picked off. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, you dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David.
Nah, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head. Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Looking to throw, it's Knight. Working that left side now. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. play action on first down. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
Here we go.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on...
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 4 over Penn State. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Kstate has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And they're able to get him down. The Wildcats in the hurry-up. They'll go to the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Knight. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. The option look. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on fourth down. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, and into the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rock Jayhawk.
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB. If you're not careful, he'll just tuck in and run and take off, and by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
And the Wildcats come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. At the 45 on his way. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Wildcats moving quickly to the line. Grabbed behind the line. It's Richardson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass, it's Dyer. Grabbed over the middle, it's Richardson. Stumbled to the ground. Ball's at the 26, it's third and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nice move to keep running. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Goes to the option. Boom. To the ground with the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
Wide receiver going in motion. With jet sweep pass. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop or go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To throw, it's Knight. Pressure coming. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Jayhawks headed quickly to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to take off. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throws for the tight end. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Looking downfield on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. And he tried to balloon that one in on the sideline, but it's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Spits it out to the back. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air, it's Dyer. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Jayhawks will boot it away to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for room, it's Hardy. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
On the option. Quick toss. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Dyer. Finds his big tight end. There he goes. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Penn State. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Hayes. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. He'll sneak it.
Man, you see this at all levels of football. It's the hardest play to stop. I think everybody's yelling in the stands, QB sneak, QB sneak. It doesn't matter. You know it's coming, but it's so difficult with all those guys, all those bodies to try to stop that quarterback.
The Jayhawks with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Scanning the field, it's Knight. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Jayhawks come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. And a good, solid pickup for the defense. Cuts him down. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Jayhawks line it up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying play action. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, rock chop. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
You get down here on this part of the field, and the field shrinks so much. You play so aggressive, and you're playing all eyeballs on the run, and a nice sleight of hand by the offense. Bring out the play action. He hits his guy right behind where the guys are supposed to be. They come up and play the run, out of position, touchdown for the offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came.
Turning it on! And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Back to throw, it's Dyer. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Fires to the tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. We'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. Dumps it to the back. Oh, what a spectacular layup
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Back to pass, it's Knight. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bump. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Running free. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Wants to throw on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, that's a catch the big man's got to be able to make, guys. It's a quick route. He gets his head around. He sees the throw. He just doesn't look it in.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Here on third down for this offense. To the air, it's Dyer. Finds the tight end. On the move at the 30. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Kansas State really has this drive rolling. Takes the handoff. It's Hardy. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
It's complete to the left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 40. From the gun, looking for a man. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
Looking downfield, it's Dyer. He wants it all. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Under fire, trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is no good. No good, and they're still down 1. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Here comes the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
And the Jayhawks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Quarterback Steve trying to power his way ahead for a few. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Nice play call, QB sneak, yet another first down. And this offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play with their hair on fire.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He'll pull it on the read. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
The Jayhawks will punt it away on 4th down. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking for a man. It's Dyer. Finds his tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Going to swing it on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Hardy. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Hardy. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside to the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Taking it the other way. At the 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Jayhawks. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Louisiana delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the Sun Belt. Trust me when I say the party is on in Lafayette. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the Sun Belt.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass. It's Dyer. Oh, they're after him. Quickly to the tight end. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Just a short pass to the tight end. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll throw on third and short. Fires to the wideout. And the big deflection on third down forces a fourth down.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Richardson. First down for this offense. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Kansas.
Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Steps away to find some room. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. So Kansas fought and clawed and scratched its way to victory in the Sunflower Showdown, and they'll have the Governor's Cup and bragging rights after beating K-State. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.